All right, we're live. We're doing this. What are we doing today, Greg?
We are discussing the corn lager.
Politics.
Yes.
You know, whatever. Yes, we brewed this wonderful corn lager. One version, second version at Hoptuary headquarters,
Yes,
right?
sir. My garage.
The brewery.
Yes. The brewery of the garage. Yes.
Yeah, so we made an heirloom corn lager, 80% Sugar Creek Pilsner, 20% Bloody Butcher corn, which is an heirloom corn malt. And this is all actually inspired by this beer. So it's Bierstadt. I was actually lucky enough to get this. My friend just came in from Colorado. Bierstadt's corn lager. This is brewed with Waxahachon, red and blue corn. Yeah, here they are, see? It's two types of blue corn, none of which we're able to get here locally. So it's hilarious, but what we are able to get is Bloody Butcher corn malt from Sugar Creek, which is amazing. So nice little local monster to us here, kind of Chicago area. We don't have any in the city, but yeah. So I made some beers with it. 80% pills, 20% Bloody Butcher, 18 IBU Hallertau from what I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, and then I wanted to try out the Andex strain, which is like a monastery in like Germany. It was wild, right?
Interesting.
They're like monks brewing this, but it's kind of a popular strain. We get some beers distributed here in US, which is neat. And you did another one, right?
Yeah, I was planning on using Bootleg Biology's Regal Lager, but that didn't arrive in time, so I went with good old 3470 and that
Nice.
good old trusty.
Yeah. I think Regal's part 3470 too, though. It's like, isn't it like part fake and part
Yes.
whatever?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Supposedly. I don't know.
all yours.
It doesn't tell you a whole lot about what it is, but it is a crazy hybrid lager.
None of this is public information.
Yes. Lager pseudo strain.
Sweet. Yeah, so this is all brewed in one kettle. OGE 1048. Yeah, pretty smooth, right?
Yes.
I think your folks were over and we just brewed it up, fermented, chilled, fermented. Mine took forever. Andex strain took like fermented for like 3 weeks straight, and then I had to lager it for like 2 months, which is way longer than I usually like to. I imagine 3470 was quicker.
3470 chewed through it about 3 or 4 days, and
Jealous.
I was drinking it way before he was, which was good and bad because there's not much left.
Okay. Yeah. So Andex is this one. This is Dang Bobby. This is all up on Instagram, and this is. I know you have a wonderful label too.
Yes.
But today it's just corn lager in this
Yeah.
can. Just so we know, and we'll try this later against the two. So we'll set this aside, and we'll try Dang Bobby versus
Belligerent
corn lager, which is
Bob.
half the size. That's right. All right, boom, we're back. For fast pours.
Yes.
So this is the Andex strain. I mean, I'm assuming they're the same color. It's the same grist, right?
Yes, it should be almost identical.
Mine's kind of more hazy though.
Is it?
The Andex strain is hazy. Right? Whatever.
Slightly darker. Just slightly.
Let's try that. I'm going for yours first.
Okay.
Oh, cool. Smells like beer.
It smells like beer, smells like corn. So at this point, these beers were brewed 3 months ago?
Shh, we don't want to talk about that.
No?
Spend all the time. Say that they've been lagering for 2 months. That's what you call it.
They've been, yeah.
They sound like old beer, but they've been lagering. Okay. Okay, a little bit malty, but pretty clear. Like, that's like American lager, basically, right?
Yes.
Like, I can't tell anything crazy apart. So the Bierstadt one that was the original inspiration is like pretty malty, which we're gonna find out here in a bit. This one's pretty clean.
But yeah, definitely the corn definitely does come through.
Think so? You get a lot of corn out of it? I like a little bit.
I do, and it's the first time we've actually been able to do a side by side between mine and yours.
It's good though. Like no complaints here. It's like clean. No esters, no particular like off flavors. I don't get a lot of hops at all. Maybe a tiny bit of like Hallertau, but it was never like prevalent. I mean, 18 IBU.
Yeah, fermented, super clean, super quick.
It's just like that, it disappears. Like that's what happens with these like
Right.
American light lagers. Is like
Need to brew it again.
they're just gone. Yeah, my keg is almost gone. Okay, let's go for mine.
All right, bubbles.
This smells a little bit more corny. I'm getting like more malt character out of this for sure.
I definitely am getting some more malt out of it.
Oh, is that yeast? Do you ever think about this? Do you smell the yeast or do you smell like the actual malt character?
I think I get the corn out of this one. This one's...
And more yeast ester.
This, I think, is a little bit more yeast estery.
Yeah, there is something in there. There is like, and I couldn't always tell what it was. There is a light fruit note in there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because I fermented at like 50 degrees for like a week and a half. It was at 50 degrees. Just very slowly chugging along. There's like a bubble every half a minute the entire time.
Oh,
it was annoyingly slow, but by the way, this beer finished much higher than the 3470. 3470 finished at 1007. This is finished at 1010. Granted, it's like a maltier strain, kind of slower fermenting. 34.7 is just crazy.
Yes.
Cocaine addict, druggy, fermented through your beer.
Anything it can take, it will eat.
Exactly. Yeah, I do get like an interesting like note. I think it's like a yeast note almost, but it's not like crazy like in your face. Like I've had a bunch of people have this and they never commented on it that it's like bad or like fruity or like off in any way. They're like, oh, that's a nice light lager, you know, especially like neighbors that don't know any better.
Yeah.
I think for you and I that like taste a lot of beers and are tasting these side by side, it's like, okay, that's evident that this is there's a light like ester in it.
This is your quintessential lawnmower beer.
Yep.
All day, every day. And so on.
Sounds like you prefer that one, huh?
Either one. Either one. You could drink either of these all day, every day, huh?
Yeah, I think 3470 is definitely more like clean American lager. It's like pilsner,
Yes.
whereas like Index is more like malty beers. It's like your fest beer, your Dunkel, like whatever is like gonna be super Marzen,
Yeah.
Doppelbock.
I would agree with that. Yeah, this...
Yeah, if I were to do this again, I'd probably go for the 3472 or try that Regal strain. See how that goes.
Yes.
Very clean. Well, good job. Cheers on this one.
Cheers, dude.
We'll brew this again once we get some more Heirloom corn, which Sugar Creek is getting.
More?
Did you see that? No, they're not getting more. I mean, I'm sure they have lots of the Bloody Butcher malt, but they're actually getting, I believe they're getting the blue corn malt. So
Ooh. Oh,
that's
no.
interesting. Or the red, one of the two. They're getting some of the more heirloom varieties of Mexican descent, which is just what we're looking for in terms of this beer. So you want to compare this to that? So here's the
Slightly more golden.
Bierstadt version compared to one of ours. This is mine. Lots of bubbles. Party trick, just hit this on the table. Don't break it.
Yeah.
Most of those bubbles are gone. Much clearer, I have to say, than mine. But Greg's is, yeah, it's up there. The clarity is amazing. Okay,
Yes.
let's try the Bierstadt. Wow, the smell's already crazy, like malty. It's like a Helles with like triple decoction or something. It just tastes like a Helles to me.
Yeah, you don't get a whole lot of corn on the nose.
But it's like a Helles made with like a little bit of Munich or Vienna, and like triple decocted. Or even like Melanoidin in there. Like I made a Melanoidin Helles a while back. So like Helles with like 2% Melanoidin. That's kind of what it tasted like.
Nice.
It's like a malty note.
It's nice and, you know, white bread, you know, not white bread, but
Yeah.
bready, crackery.
There's nothing wrong with white bread.
Yeah, no.
Good white bread.
Nice and pilsnery.
Yeah, so this grist is 40% of the grist is lagers, whole blue and purple/red Bolita heirloom corn from Oaxaca, Mexico. Sourced by our friends at Hacienda. Yeah. So two different types. And that's 40% of the grist, so the other 60 I imagine with Pilsner. I think that's most of what Bierstadt use. I don't think we came anywhere close to this.
No, not at all.
We did use a different variety altogether.
Yeah, but I don't get as much, I don't get any of the corn.
Yeah, it's not as corny. It's more malty.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes, it definitely is. But I almost prefer having some of that corn nose and the, you know, the corn flavor in there over the, you know, like you said, a Helles. It's just bread and bready and crackery like a Helles or, you know, nice Pilsner would be. You don't get a whole lot of the corn, which you figure would stand out in a corn lager like this beer. So
I never had a big corn thing. I don't know. I never had like beers that are like crazy expressive with corn outside of like an odd home brew like American lager, because the commercial craft examples aren't too corny, but yeah. But to me, this is a nice like Helles type beer, which
It is.
really makes me want to brew Helles. So I think I might, I might have to rebrew it again, unless we get some of this red or blue corn.
Well, I got that other Helles on tap at home, and that's going down quick as well. So I say we got to do this one again. Maybe bump the corn.
Okay, so brew again.
Brew again.
40% corn.
We could
34.70.
Yeah, you could do something crazy like that. Yeah, you could do
Or mix,
34.70.
yeah. Maybe we get some of these blue corns maybe and see how that does.
We could try.
Unless you like the Bloody Butcher. You know, 34.70, 100%. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cheers. Good brew, man.
Cheers,
Cheers, but cheers.
Cheers again.
Finishing these.
Yes.